Okay, I'm back, Pete. Yeah, pulling off the keying line coming out of this cable rather than just hooking up an RCA to the key in the back messed up the connection anyway, so it wasn't keying. So I'm in test mode, so I can key the amp. You can see it coming on there. You can also hear the relay. I don't know. It's really quiet. So now I'll take it out of test mode. We're going to key it with 10 watts. So there, 10 watts in is giving you 160 watts out. And then I can increase the drive here. So now we're at 20 watts. And, you know, we get up to 50 watts drive is 900 watts out. And then I'm going to stop it. I mean, no need to get crazy there. And the meters here, of course, are not going to be nearly as accurate where the LP. So here you're up to, there's 500 watts there. It's pretty close. There's 500 watts there, 468 out on the LP-700. So I just unkeyed it. So now, if we drive this with 50 watts, now we'll get to see some keying with the keyer. Let's see. Turn the speed down to about 28 words a minute. And turn the box on. Okay. Okay, so up here you're seeing the meter, so I'm slaughtered your call sign there a little bit. So here you're seeing like a tune level. We can put it in a peak hold. So that's 50 watts out. We've got, they can actually show you here. So I go to channel 1, this will be the input. So there's 50 watts out. I go to channel 2. So right at 950 watts. If I put full QSK on, you can hear the vacuum relays. And we're on low fans here. I can kick it up to a higher duty cycle. You should be able to hear the fan difference. Let's back off. The fans also increase as it heats up. If it's on low duty cycle or high duty cycle, the heat on the heat sinks on the amplifier decks will still speed up the fans too, so you get a higher level even as temperature goes up. Okay, so if we want to see the full power output, let's go up to about 65 watts out. So here we're at 1100 watts. This is on 40 meters. If I go to 70 watts drive, so we're right at 1200 watts. That's 70 watts out on 40 meters. So if we go up to, here's 20 meters. Let's go down in the sideband. Get into CW, Vox, QSK. We've got 50 watts out here. Make you sick with this video. So different bands, right? You're going to get different power out. So here we're at 1150 watts peak. You can see the peak there. So if I drive it up to 60 watts here, now we're at 1300 watts out, so 20 meters is a little more efficient here. So that's the real deal too. That's the real. You're getting the full power out of this thing. That's on 14 megahertz. Let's go up to 18 megahertz. 50 watts drive. Oh, I gotta get it in CW here. And 50 watts drive here. 1200 watts out. And let's go up to, here's 15 meters CW. Go 50 watts here, 52 watts. So 7 megahertz takes a little more drive for the 1200 watt rating. And we go to 24 megahertz. I need to make sure that antenna tuner's off. If I didn't have that on down on 7 megahertz. Anyway, so here's 50 watts here. So it's going to take a little more. 65 watt drive. That's on 24 megahertz. And up to 10 meters. QSK. There's 50 watts. And 65 watts. Now you're getting a kilowatt there with 60 watts drive. You know, if you were to look at the meter on here, it would, it's showing about a kilowatt. I think I got those meters adjusted pretty well. Let's go 160 and CW. Everything looks good. 50 watts here on 160. So there's 50 watts drive. You get a kilowatt. Rated power at about 60 watts or so. You can hear the, I'm in QSK, so you can hear the vacuum relays there. Okay, let's go back up. Here's 80 meters. 80 meter CW. I've got 50 watts. 50 watts. That's close to a kilowatt. I go up to 60 watts. 66. 1,000 watts out there. And let's see. Back to 40 meters. Yeah, I mean, if we go up to 70 watts drive, there you get in the rated power. I mean, you don't want to get too crazy on. I mean, it's rated to go up to 100 watts drive, right? So, I mean, if you can push it. There's plenty. If we go back down to 80 meters and kick it up to 160. There's 80 watts drive. So there you go. A little bit different on each band. Okay, let's look at the waveform. So we're going to go full. Here, let's go back to 20. Just do it on 20 here because I don't have to drive it as hard to get the legal limit out. So I mean QSK, we're going to look at a waveform, and this is much better than anything I posted on the internet because I did a lot more work on the controller. The rise time and fall time, it's beautiful. And so the K3 is set at as fast as it can key. TX delay, it's at, that's at 8 milliseconds right here. 8 milliseconds, as fast as a K3 can go. And here's what the waveform looks like. So that's 1200 watts out. Let's speed this baby up to, here's 40 words a minute. Hey, I think I got your call there at 40. Here's 45 words a minute. You can hear the relays. I mean, it does a really nice job. Okay, there might be some other. Oh, okay, that's good enough. That's good. Wow, I think I pretty much got it covered. I hope. Let's see, I'll turn this baby back down. 15, where's it? I mean, I can push it a little bit. We could speed it up. So here's 45 words a minute. Those relays are not floating, so let's go to 50 words a minute. They're still not floating. And that's as fast as the keyer goes on a K3. So and my keying's not great at 50 words a minute, clearly. So again, operate, off. So there's the waveform without 1200 watts out. So that's just the exciter. Go back into operate. And this is with 1200 watts now. 40 words a minute. Now, with the remote on, this operate switch doesn't matter, by the way. If you get rid of the remote, then you use this switch. But this can be in standby. This takes precedence up here. I mean, there's the... There's the wattage out. You can see it there. That red number is the average. So again, this takes precedence up here. You should be able to see the transmit light there. It's kind of dim. Wow, probably too much information. I'll get this baby boxed up, and I hope you had fun watching 20 minutes of a video. I think I covered everything. I've got the original manual. I've got the manual for the AR-500, the original manual right here for the ALS-1300, and I can tell the fan is speeded up here because, you know, the power supply is warmed up a little bit. Anyway, Pete, I hope you enjoy the amp, and I hope it lasts a long time. If you treat it gentle, make sure it has a good match on the SWR, and I'm happy you got it. You just seem like the type of guy that knows what he's doing and can take care of this. The MOSFETs, I'll get their, here's the MOSFETs. You can see one here. I'll get that stuff together and make sure I include everything I've got for it. And thanks again, and hope we get this to you safe and sound. 73 Pete, and let me know how everything goes. Bye.